A former high-ranking Kentucky official has been sentenced to nearly 6 years in prison. Tim Longmire pled guilty in April to a federal bribery charge. He admitted he received more than $200,000 in kickbacks when he was ahead of Kentucky's personnel cabinet. As WKYT's Phil Pendleton reports, Longmire apologized for his actions today in court.
The sentence was 70 months. That is almost 6 years, and it came despite Longmire apologizing in open court and his attorney pleading for a much lesser sentence, one of 30 months. But the judge went with the U.S. Attorney's recommendation, and Longmire will be reporting to prison very shortly.
I'm very sorry for anybody I've let down.
Timothy Longmire told a U.S. district judge before receiving his sentence that he failed to follow his own moral compass. Outside the courthouse, the former personnel cabinet secretary said he simply let a lot of people down.
What do you think others can learn from this?
I will have to think about that, but when a public trust is placed in you, preserve that public trust.
The prosecutor said Longmire used his position to steer work to a consultant and profited with thousands for himself and political candidates he backed. He said Longmire knew better and over the course of a year received 30 different kickbacks from the consultant.
I think that the sentence that was handed down today is appropriate and significant and is sufficient to deter others from falling into the same sort of trap.
And Longmire must report to prison by December the 7th. He must also pay $200,000 in restitution money that'll go back to the state of Kentucky. In Lexington, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Longmire's attorney says Longmire paid $50,000 in restitution following the hearing this afternoon.